Hello everyone, ARG back with yet another series. Look at me thrive, look at me do things. So yeah, we're at this point where I kind of want to do a little bit of out of the park baseball. I haven't done that since version 21, I think, if I remember correctly. Now, okay, sorry. So back then, what I did was I did a Montreal Expos historical, and I played for quite a while. Actually, I did more than one season. I play out all my games, but yeah. So the thing is, I play as manager only. I've been playing out of the park baseball for a very long time, and as a result, well, the game kind of got easy a little bit, if you would, and then I stumbled, or I should say I tried playing as manager only, and oh my god, this is, if you want a challenge playing this game, this is the way to go. There's nothing worse than, and I guess I like pain or something, but there's nothing worse than to have the computer make the roster decisions for you. The only decisions that I make are, you know, lineups, pitching rotations, and when I play substitutions, that's it. I don't set anything else up. I don't make trades, nothing like that. I play as manager only, and to me that's been a lot of fun. So now, you know, I was doing the Expos starting in 1991 back then, but now we're gonna start in 1969. The reason that I'm kind of starting back is there's been a huge kind of change in how the database works for historical play with Out of the Park 25. And when I imported my save, I was now in 1996 with the Expos. Things got funky, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that, so I decided to start over, and this time I'm starting in 1969. So I'm going to have the added challenge that, you know, I don't know much of the players around that era. You know, I started watching baseball in 1991, so I'm very familiar with the players from that era and a little bit. And of course, you know, I've heard about the big names and everything. You know, I have Rusty Stubb on my team, so, you know, I know who Rusty Stubb is. But, you know, a lot of times I'm playing against other teams and I recognize only a name or two. So, yeah, that's going to be a little bit more challenging that way too. So also, as you can see, we're not starting at the start of the season. So, you know, after the fiasco of importing my old save and everything, I wanted to make sure that I liked how things were, so I did play 20 games. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, we're last in the East, but we're not doing too terrible. We're 9-11. 2.5 games out of first place, so there's hope. Of course, you know, in real life, the Expos didn't really do anything in their first season, but yeah. So that's where we are at. Now let me check a couple things here before we get started. I want to check something. Yeah, man, I don't know. Alright, it is whatever. Alright, so yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I do have some music playing in the background. Okay, alright, so sorry about all that. It's always fun when, if you stream, you know, it's always fun when you start a new series, like you have all of those things to look at and everything to make sure that things look kind of alright, and then even then you kind of just hope that it's gonna be. But anyway, alright, so we are going to do today's stream, and we are going to start with a 3-game series against the Mets. And we are going to be playing at Parc Jarry. Now, of course, when the Expos first got into the league, they weren't at Olympic Stadium. They were at Parc Jarry. So that's where we are playing. And the first game, we might have our work cut out for us because we're going to be facing Tom Seaver. But with that being said, first game of the season was against the Mets in New York, and we faced Tom Seaver, and we did beat him. So maybe there's some hope here. We have no injuries. We're gonna go ahead and go. Those that have been following my older Out of the Park content know that whenever I'm streaming, if you want to give me suggestion on who to bring in as a pinch hitter and everything, I'm always open for that. Thing is sometimes with the stream you're gonna be delayed, so I might not see it in time. But anyway. Alright, so we're gonna press play ball now. We're gonna go ahead and go alright, let's see here. I think I'm gonna play Ron Brown at third base today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in for Floyd Wicker. Now Wicker has just shaking off a cold streak, so I think I want to go like this for today. Alright, so I do have Manny Mota that's been struggling, so the lineup is close to what the Expos had in real life in 1969. Again, I don't have control over my roster, so Cocola Boy is not there to play third base, and I also don't have Gary Sutherland to play second base, so I'm doing what I can. Manny Mota is struggling. Believe it or not, he's been doing a little bit better lately, so we're gonna go ahead and see if he can shake it up, but if he can't, I'm gonna probably put him lower into the lineup. Alright, that's enough talking. Let's go. Alright, so we're playing at home. Mudcat Grant is on the mound. He's 0-2 this season, so even then he hasn't pitched too terribly, but yeah, his low stuff means that he's not getting a whole lot of strikeouts or anything like that. Alright, so Bud Harrelson leads off for the Mets, and let's go play this 3-game series against the Mets at Parc Jarry. Alright, so it's 2-2 to Bud Harrelson, and he struck out. Oh, struck out swinging. Just when I mentioned how Mudcat Grant is not getting a whole lot of strikeouts, there we go. Ken Boswell now hitting .324 in the season. Oh, he's playing injured. Right, 2-2. Oh, and it's popped weakly to Maury Wills at shortstop, and that's out number 2. Now, I'm just fresh back from a vacation to my hometown in Canada, and while Cleon Jones is now batting 2-0 on him. And while I was there, of course, you know, I was watching the French sports channel, and there was a random Padres Marlins game. And the inning is over. Murray Wills now. Full count to him. Now Tom Seaver, of course, is on the mound. Let's see if we can beat him again. So during the telecast, they were talking about how, you know, and that's something that I didn't know. So in 1968, I guess, the city of Montreal was, you know, given an MLB team, of course, the Expos, alongside the San Diego Padres. They're kind of, you know, expansion twins at this point. And so what I didn't know is that, like, the mayor of Montreal back then was such a good seller that he managed to sell the idea of an MLB team in Montreal despite not having an owner for the team. So basically what happened is that the Expos came in, but they couldn't sign any players until like September, when they finally had an owner, because they didn't have anybody. And in fact, the expansion team was drafted by, like, the mayor's right-hand man. Was not, I mean, he was very involved into bringing the Expos and everything, but he wasn't like a baseball executive or anything like that. So like that, like, we had a guy with zero experience who drafted the team, and yeah, and he had he made a couple good picks, but like the Expos always had like that, like, underdog feeling to them, like, you know, oh, we're not necessarily all that great, except of course the season of the strike. So I thought it was very interesting. That's something that I didn't know. Like, we literally went in with no owner, got a team, had some rando do the expansion draft, and you know what? It reminded me a lot of my beloved Ottawa Senators, who, you know, they came into the league and Mel Bridgman fucked us over by doing a terrible job at the expansion draft. Tampa Bay drafted so much better than Ottawa in that year, and that kind of reminded me of that, like, because Mel Bridgman wasn't, like, he had just retired as a player a few years prior to that. So anyway, so I thought that was very interesting to learn about that. Like, I literally didn't know. Alright, so bottom of the second, no score still. Mac Jones comes to the plate. Now, Mac Jones at one point was walking like crazy, and he was like league leading in on-base percentage. I haven't checked recently, but I think that went down a little. 3-1 to him. Grounds it to second. Harrelson to first, and that's out number 1. Alright, that brings up Bob Bailey. He had a really slow start to the season. He started to pick it up a little bit, so I produced some points, some runs. Full count. And he struck out looking. Now, striking out looking bothers me some, but it bothers me the most when there's runners in scoring position. Like, it angers me a little. Oh, run Brown here, and oh, no, that hangs long enough for the center fielder Iggy to catch, and that's out number 3. Top of the third now, Ed Charles leads off for the Mets. Full count to him. And that's a grounder to first, and that's out number 1. Now, I try to play, like, realistically for the era that I'm playing, 1969, so starters stay in the game a long time and stuff like that. So, you know, you definitely don't have you know, those lefty specialists that come for 1/3 of an inning and then leave or anything like that. Alright, Tom Seaver is next. And of course, the beauty of having the pitcher go to bat. God, I hate the DH. Alright, and that's 2 outs now. Bud Harrelson is next, 0-1. Grounder to first, and that's out number 3. Alright, so Mets get nothing in the top of the third. Now the home side of the third with Ty Klein leading up. No count to him. Rounds it to third. That's a good throw to first, and that's out number 1. That brings up John Bateman. Now he's the opposite of a few of my other players. He started the season really strong, and then lately that's just been going downhill. No count to Bateman. It to center. Iggy is there, and that's out number 2. Alright, well. Mudcat Grant now. Oh god, he's hitting for 444. Full count. And he walks. Oh, Tom Seaver just walks. The pitcher. That brings up Murray Wills. That's it to center, and that's going to be a base hit. Our first base hit of the game. Grant stops at second base, and now we have 2 runners on, 2 outs, with Manny Mota now the batter. 0-1. Grounds it to short, and that's out number 3. We get 2 base runners. Nothing happens there at Park Jari Park. And Ken Boswell will lead the top of the 4th for the Mets. 0-1 to him. Rounds it to third. And Ron Brand with a good throw for out number 1. Cleon Jones, 2-2. Grounds it to first. And that's out number 2. Alright, Grant is not having a bad game so far. Right, Tommy Agee, full count to him. And grounds it to first. Bailey takes it himself to the base, and that's out number 3. Mets go down in order here, bottom of the 4th, with Rusty Stubb leading off for us 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Mac Jones is next, 2-1 to him. Rounds it to first. The relay throw to Tom Seaver. That's out number 2. And now we have Bob Bailey with 2 outs, 1-1 to him. Grounds it to short. And that's out number 3. The Expos also go down in order in inning number 4. We're now going to top of inning number 5 with Ron Swoboda, the leadoff hitter. 1-1. Oh, that's it to right. And that's out of here. That's an opposite field home run for Swoboda. 383 feet, solo blast. It's 1-0 for the Mets. Right, Wayne Garrett is now the batter. 1-1. And that's cut by Rusty Stubb in right field, and that's out number 1. Jerry Grote is now the batter, 1-1. Also, you know, I'm not super familiar with the players in that era, so I might mispronounce names. And if that happens, I'm sorry. I am human. Ed Charles is now the batter. With 2 outs now, no count to him. Oh, that's it to center field. But Klein is there, catches it near the warning track, and that's out number 3. So the Mets get ahead with a solo blast by Ron Swoboda. It is now 1-0. Let me check something again. Alright, bottom of the 5th now. Ron Brand leading off. And that's one thing that I like too about this era is that like players could play like 6 different positions. Like Ron Brand is a catcher, second baseman, third baseman, you name it. I think he can play shortstop too. Yeah, catcher, second base, third base, shortstop, and he's like competent in all of them. I love it. 2-2 to Braun, and he struck out swinging. All right. Ty Klein now, 1-2 to him. Grounds it to third. And that's out number 2. Yeah, we're not getting a whole lot going against Tom Seaver. I mean, it is Tom Seaver, right? So, John Bateman now, 1-1 to him. Grounds it to Charles at third base, and that's out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Expos. Right, Tom Seaver leads off the top of the 6th. See, in modern day baseball, they would be thinking about pulling the pitcher. Now, he allowed a run. We're in the 6th inning. 65 pitches, maybe not. Okay, maybe at 65 pitches, maybe they would keep it. Maybe. But Harrelson, 2-2. Grounds it to the pitcher, and that's out number 2. Ken Boswell now, 1-0 to him. Grounds it to short, Wills with the throw to Bob Bailey at first, and that's out number 3. Mets go down in order as well. Wow, this is not an offensive juggernaut of a game. Let's just put it that way. Mudcat Grant, 3-1. And that's a base hit. Oh man, Mudcat Grant pitches all right. He has a walk and a single. Look at him. Maury Wills now with a runner on first. He might bunt. 0-1. And he missed the bunt. 0-2 now. Oh, and that's a liner to third. Oh, dear God. So Wills lined to third, and then Grant got cut. He didn't get back in time to first. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Manny Mota. 2-2 to him. And he grounds it to second, and that's out number 3. Alright, so nothing for the Expos here. Top of the 7th, Cleon Jones leads off. 0-2 to him. Oh, that's it well to right, all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases. Rusty Stubb gets it directly to the infield, and yep, it is a double for Cleon Jones. That brings up Tommy Agee. 1-1 to him. Alright, Klein under 8. He catches it for out number 1. Ron Swoboda's next. 2-2 to him. Oh, and he struck out. Oh. Alright, Wayne Garrett, runner in scoring position. 2 outs now. Full count to him. And he walks. Alright. Alright, 2 on 2 outs for Jerry Grote. Full count. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. Yep, base hit to center. That's going to score at least 1. Yep. It is now 2-0 for the Mets. Runners on first and third. 2 outs for Ed Charles. Full count to him. Another base hit to center. That scores another 1. It is now 3-0 for the Mets. Yeah, we might not beat Tom Seaver today. Alright, Tom Seaver is next. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Full count to Tom Seaver. Grounds it to short. Good throw to first. That's the end of the inning, but the Mets add to their lead. It is now 3-0. Bottom of the 7th. Rusty Stubb is going to try to get things going for us. A big inning would be beautiful. 2-2. And that's it to right, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be extra bases. Alright, so a triple for Rusty Stubb. Alright, so we have a good shot at scoring a run here. Alright, Mac Jones now, runner on third, nobody out. 1-1. Grounds it to the second baseman, and that's an infield hit, no throw, and Rusty Stubb comes in to score. It is now 3-1 for the Mets. Ho ho ho! Are we starting already here? That'd be beautiful. Bob Beatty is next, 3-1 to him, and he walks. All right, 2 on and nobody out. Ron Brand is the batter now. Oh my. He's 0 for 2. I think we're gonna try to bring in the left bat now. So Floyd Wicker comes in. Now Floyd Wicker in real life had only a handful of at-bats in the majors, but he's one of my top RBI producers on the team. So, alright, 2 on, nobody out, 1 and 2. And that's it, right? Oh, that's a base hit. Oh, shit. Jones tried to go and score, and he got nailed at home. So, 2 on, 1 out. Still 3-1. Ty Klein is now the batter. Full count to him. And he struck out swinging. John Bateman is the next batter. Now 2 on, 2 outs. Full count, and he struck out swinging. Alright, so we're gonna put Wicker at third base. I'm gonna do a double switch as well. We're gonna bring in Jose Herrera in center field. Alright, and then we're gonna bring, let's see here. We're gonna bring Howie Reed in relief. Alright. Bud Harrelson facing off against Howie Reed. Howie Reed is 2-1. Alright. 1 and 2, top of the 8, still 3-1 for the Mets. And he struck out swinging. Alright, that's good, that's good. Ken Boswell is next, 2 and 2. That's it to left. And Mac Jones is there for out number 2. Cleon Jones now 1 and 0, 2 outs. That's it to right, and that's gonna be extra bases. No, it's not extra bases. It's a single, so it is 8. Tommy Yagi is next. No count to him. 2 outs. Oh, the runner goes, but he is out. Alright, so bottom of the 8. Yeah, we need to get something going here quick. Jose Herrera leads it off for us. 0-2. And that's a base hit to right. Oh, look at me. My substitutions are bearing fruit here. It's paying off. Maury Wills, sorry, 1-0. Grounds it to third. They're not gonna try to second, and they get Mills at first. Wills, dear, Wills at first. Runner in scoring position now for Manny Mota, 1-1. Oh God. That's a beautiful pop-up to shortstop, and that's out number 2. So now we need for Rusty Stubb to come through and be a little clutch here and get something going. 1-1. And that's grounded to short, and that is out number 3. So we get a base runner, but we cannot do anything with it. Top of the 9th. Now for the Mets, Tommy Yagi. A full count. We're going to keep Howie Reed in there. Oh, struck out, pass ball, but we get him out at first base. Alright, Ron Swoboda is next, 3-1. It's a 2 center field. Herrera is there. I did sub Ty Clung, and that's out number 2. Brings up Wayne Garrett with 2 outs, 1-0. Rounds it to first, and that is out number 3. Alright. Well, it's now or never. Tom Seaver remains in the game. Mac Jones, first one to face him in the bottom of the 9th. 0-2. Hey, Kel, what's up? Alright, well, that was a strikeout. Bob Bailey is next. 1-2 to him as well. And he struck out looking. Now there's 2 outs. Nobody on for Floyd Wicker. 1-2 to him. And he struck out swinging, so Tom Seaver strikes out the side in inning number 9, and the Mets win the first game of the series 3-1. Alright, so not much to look at here. That wasn't like a big offensive game or anything like that. So Mudcat Grant moves to 0-3 on the year. And you didn't even pitch all that bad, but yes, go Expos. Alright, so no news following that. Now we're gonna click on finish today and then see if we have any news. Ooh, we're having talks with Cleveland now. Let's see here. I'm curious what my GM is doing. The Montreal Expos have made the Cleveland Indians, Guardians, no, Indians. Back then it was the Indians, not the Guardians. A serious trade offer, nothing is set in stone. Till sources indicate that the potential trade partners are optimistic about finalizing a deal. We are 9-12. Cleveland is 6-30. We're better than Cleveland. I believe if I go here and here, and I don't see. Let's see. No. Oh, I thought that there was maybe a place where I could. Oh, here. Aha! That's the trade that we have pending. So we would be offering 2 pitchers, Moore and Parker, for a catcher, Suarez. Now Parker we signed as a free agent. Actually, if we come here, we're gonna see like Harry Parker. We signed as a free agent. We also signed Steve Braun, but he's not in that top. I don't know how I would feel if that were to go through. I'm not gonna worry about going to look at all the players because it might not go through, and I might be wasting my time. We'll deal with it if it happens. But yeah, I don't know that I need another catcher. I already have 3 catchers on my roster as it is. Also, Ron Braun doesn't really catch. He's playing mostly in the infield for me whenever I feel like it. But anyway. Alright, we're going to play game number 2. The Mets are going to send Jerry Koosman on the mound. We're going to go with Bill Stolman. Bill Stolman had a complete game shutout earlier this season. So we'll see what happens now. Now the Mets are not all that great, but they do have Tom Seaver. But now Tom Seaver already pitched. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Or at least we shouldn't have to. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, so... Okay, nobody's tired. We're going to go ahead and... We're still going to make a few changes. Kuzman is a left-handed... we're gonna go ahead and give Bob Bailey a day off. And I'm gonna give Ty Klein a day off against the lefty. Oh, let's see what I want to do here. Try something a little dangerous here. I'm gonna try. Oh god, I have 3 lefties in a row. Not a great strategy, but I want to try to, like, Wicker is getting like a lot of RBIs, so I want to try to give him like a spot here and see what's going to happen, and we're gonna do that today. Alright, Mets, Ken Jones, Art Shamsky back in right field. Everybody else is the same. Alright. Alright, game 2. C'est at Parc Jarry, and as we can see, it's starting to be in the evening here. It's kind of pink in the sky. Alright, Bill Stoneman on the mound, facing Bud Harrelson, leading off for the Mets. 3-2 to count. Alright, Bill Stoneman. Alright, grounder to Wills at shortstop, and he sends it to Janstead at first for out number 1. Ken Boswell is the next batter. Full count to him as well. Oh, we're getting high in the pitch count already. Oh wait, it's 1969. Nobody gives a crap about pitch count. Alright, and that's a strikeout. Cleon Jones now the batter. 3-0, probably a walk. And it is. So he walks on 4 pitches. Runner on first. 2 outs for Tommy Agee. 1-0 to him. And that's a base hit to right. So Bill Stoneman getting into trouble here after 2 outs. Alright, so 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs for Art Shamsky. 3-0, and he walks. Alright, Bill Stoneman, come on, dude. Go grab the thing behind the mound that they grab. I forget how it's called. Wayne Garrett is now the batter. Alright, bases are juiced. There's 2 outs, 2-1. And that's a base hit to right. Alright, so the Mets get on the board already. All of that after 2 outs. That's 2 runs that score. It is now 2-0 for the Mets. Yikes. Bill Stoneman not having a great start to this game. Jerry Grote is next one, and 1 to him. That's it to center. Herrera after it. Catches it for out number 3. Mets get on the board. It is 2-0 New York. Maury Wills leads off here. Right, so we are facing a lefty. Jerry Kuzman is 2-1 on the season. Right, 1-2 to Wills. Oh, that's it really well. To left center field, all the way to the fence. Wills pedals all the way to second base with a stand-up double. Right, Jose Herrera is the next batter. No count. Wills. Oh, no. Oh, he's safe. Yay. Alright, so stolen base for Wills. He stole third. Alright, we have a runner on third base. Nobody out for Herrera. 2-2. Oh, that's a nice pop-up to the second baseman. Harrelson gets it for out number 1. Rusty stuff, so we're getting into the lefty-lefty matchups here. No count to stub. Oh, opposite field single that will score a run. It is now 2-1 for the Mets, thanks to a single by Rusty Stubb. Opposite field 2. Mac Jones is next. 2-1 to him. That's it to center, but pretty much right at Agee, and that's out number 2. Now we go with Floyd Wicker. Come on, dude. I'm giving you an opportunity. Show me that you can do this. 2-1. That's a liner to short, and that's the end of the inning. Alright, we do get a run too, so we cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 Mets after 1. Ed Charles leading off the second for the Mets. Full count to him. And he walks. Alright, Jerry Kuzman is next. He's probably gonna bunt. Yep. Alright, and that's a successful sacrifice bunt for him. So there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out now. That brings up Bud Harrelson, 1-1 to him. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first. The runner advances to third on the play. So now there's a runner on third with 2 outs. Ken Boswell is next. No count to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright. No damage done. Bottom of the second, Manny Mota leading off here. 1-1. And he pops up. That brings up John Bateman. 2-1 to him. And that's... oh! The shortstop jumped and cut the ball. That's out number 2. Alright, Gary Gistat is next. 1-0. Oh, that's it to center, but Iggy is there. Catches it for out number 3. Expos go down in order in inning number 2. Top of the third incoming with the Mets leading 2-1 here at Parc Jali. Cleon Jones, 1-1 to him. Rounds it to second, and that's a base hit just out of reach for Manny Mota. And the Mets have a lead-off single here. Tommy Iggy is next. 2-1 to him. That's it to right. That's another base hit. Yeah, Bill Stolman doesn't have his best stuff today. He did have a complete game shutout earlier this season, but not in that form today. Art Shamsky is next. Runners on the extremities or on the corners. Nobody out. Shamsky the batter, no count. Rounds it to short. And we only get the runner at second base. Runner scores from third. It's 3-1. There's no ready to first. So runner on first, 1 out for Wayne Garrett. No count to him. Oh, and he bunts. And that's popped and cut by Janstead for out number Jestad, not Janstead. Oof, Jestad. I did say that I don't know all of the players from that era, so I'm covered there. Jerry Grote, now the batter, 2 outs, runner on first, 1-0. And that's popped. And Manny Mota catches it for out number 3. Alright, so Mets do score a run. Bottom of the third incoming, it is a 3-1 for the Mets. Bill Stillman leading off the bottom of the third, 1-2 to him. That's it, and that's a base hit to center. There you go. There'll be a single for Bill. Alright. Mario Wills now, runner on first, nobody out. He might bunt. 0-1. No, he swung. Alright, and Stoneman is out at second base, so that's a fielder's choice. Runner on first, 1 out for Jose Herrera. 2-2 to him. That's it to center. And that's cut by Iggy for out number 2. Alright, we're gonna need some magic by Rusty Stubb here. Runner on first, 2 outs. 1-2. And that's it. Right at the first baseman, Boswell for out number 3. We can do nothing with our base runner. Top of the fourth incoming, Ed Charles now, 2-2 to him. And that's gonna be extra bases left. And that's a double for Charles. So leadoff double with Jerry Kuzman now the batter. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Yeah, Bill Stolman is struggling this season if you look at like walk to strikeout ratio. I don't know how he managed to get a complete game shutout. Alright, Bud Harrelson is the next batter, 1-1. Oh, that's a base hit to center. That's a nice piece of inning there. Alright, so runner on the corners with 1 out. We need a double play ball here. Ken Boswell is the batter. No count to him. Oh, somebody is moving. And he's safe. Alright, so that nullifies the possibility of a double play. Alright, so 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out, 3-0 to Boswell, and he walks. So the bases are loaded with only 1 out now. Alright, for Cleon Jones, 3-0. Oh god, that's not good. And he walks in a run. Bill Stillman, you are struggling, buddy. My friend. You're not my friend, I don't know you, but you know. Yeah, he's walked 5 today, giving up 6 hits. Yeah, that's a tough outing here. Tommy Eggy is the next batter, 0-1, bases loaded. And that's an infield single. It's 5-1 now. Yeah, that's right. We might have to go to the bullpen here early, which doesn't happen very often in those years. But like, yeah, he is struggling. Art Shamsky, let's see if he can get out of it. So now it's Art Shamsky, 1 out, bases loaded, 1-0. Oh, that's it. Oh, what a play by Mac Jones. Oh, but that's gonna score a run. So Mac Jones cut the ball diving in foul territory for out number 2, but that ended up being a sac fly. Wayne Garrett now, runners on first and second, 2 out, full count. And another walk, oh boy. Alright, one more batter. 1 and 2 to Grote, and he struck out swinging. Alright, so Stillman finally gets out of that, but he allowed 3 runs in inning number 4. It's now 6-1 for the Mets. This one looks like a tall order for us, but we'll see. Mac Jones leading off the bottom of the 4th for us. All we need is a crooked number on the board, and that's it. That's all we need. 3-0 to Mac Jones, and he walks. There you go. It's our turn to get base runners now. Let's do something with them. Floyd Wicker is next, full count, and he struck out swinging. Alright, so you can see it. It was a bad idea to put him in the 5th spot against a lefty nonetheless. I had a feeling, but my feeling was wrong. Manny Mota is next, full count, and that's a base hit to left. Alright, so now we have 2 runners on base with 1 out. And John Bateman, the batter, 0-1. And that's popped in foul territory. And that's cut by the catcher, Grote. So now there's 2 on, 2 outs for Gary Gestad. 0-2 the count. That's cut. Oh, he jumped to catch that. Dang. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull him. Alright, let's see here. Can you play first base? You sure can. Alright, we're gonna bring Don Clendenin in to play first base. Alright, and who are we gonna bring in? I'm gonna bring in Roy Face and see if he can give us a couple innings. Alright, Ed Charles leads off the top of the 5th, so a really bad outing for Bill Stolman. He only lasted 4 innings. 0-1 to Ed Charles. Grounds it too short, and that's out number 1. Jerry Kuzman is the next batter, 2-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. So yeah, Roy Face is 41 years old, and then I have another reliever, I think that's 39. Like, I have some old arms in the pen, you know? Alright, Bud Arrowson now, no count to him. Rounds it to first, Clendenon with the out here, and that's the end of the 5th for them. Don Clendenon now coming to bat for us. 1-0. Rounds it to second, he's thrown at first for out number 1. Brings up Maury Wills now, 0-1. That's a base hit. Jose Herrera is next, runner on first, 1 out. 1-0. Grounds it to second, but that's a base hit. That's past the glove of Arrowson there. And on the play, the runner gets to third and Herrera gets to second base. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Rusty Stubb, it's your time to shine. 1-2. And that's a base hit to center. We'll score at least 1 run. Second runner goes, and he's also safe. So that's a 2-run single for Rusty Stubb. And it's now 6-3. This game is not over. Mac Jones is next runner in scoring position with 1 out, 0-1. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Stubb makes it to third base on the play. Floyd Wicker, come on. I still believe in you. 2 outs, runner on third. No count. That's it to left, and that's a base hit to the opposite field. Look at that. Scores a run. It is now, or produces a run. It's now 6-4 for the Mets. It's a 2-run game now. Alright, runner on first, 2 outs. Manny Mota, the batter, 1-1. And that's it. Weekly to third, and that's out number 3. But the Expos get 3 runs back. It is now 6-4 for the Mets, and we're going to continue our adventure with Roy Face on the mound. He doesn't have a whole lot of stamina too, so I don't think he's going to be able to continue for very long, but he's there now. Ken Boswell on the at the plate, sorry, 2-2, top of the 6th. Grounds it too short. Wills with the relay to first, and that's out number 1. Cleon Jones is next, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Alright, Roy Face here. He might stay. I might give him an at-bat. I need innings. Tommy Aguina, 0-1 the count. Oh, that's gonna be a liner to second base. Mota catches it for out number 2. The Mets go down in order. And John Bateman leads off the bottom of the 6th for us. 1-2. That's popped to the second baseman Arrowson, and that's out number 1. I guess I'm gonna hit with Roy Face. 0-1. Grounds it to third, and that's out number 2. Alright, Don Clendenon, 0-1. That's it to center field. Iggy is there for out number 3. Alright, so the Expos go down in order as well. Was that a mistake to keep Roy Face in the game? I mean, he's pitching well, so I was a little wary to pull him. Art Shamsky, 2-2 to him. That's it to center. Error is there, and that's out number 1. Wayne Garrett, the next batter, no count to him. Grounds it to second, and that's out number 2. Yeah, Face has been coming in and pitched really well. Jerry Grote now, 1-0 to him. I heard my son crying, but it was just my imagination. Right, bottom of the 7th, Murray Wills leads off. Alright, we have the opportunity for a big inning here, maybe. 1-1. That's it to center, and that's cut by Iggy for out number 1. Ozera is next. 0-2 to him. Rounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Just like that, it's 2 up, 2 down. Now Rusty Stubb needs to do something again. He already has 3 RBIs today. 1-2. Rounds it to first, and that's out number 3. So we go down in order again. And now I think I'm gonna bring in a reliever. Roy Face gave me 3 good innings. I need somebody to come and give me 2 more. We're gonna bring Reed again. Relievers back then could pitch more than 1 inning, or more than 1 day in a row, I should say. Oops. Alright, Ed Charles, the batter now. Top of the 8th. We're down 2 here. Full count. And the leadoff batter ends up at first base with a walk. Jerry Kuzman stays in the game. He's gonna bunt. 1-1. Oh, that's not a good bunt. It popped and cut by the pitcher here. So runner on first, 1 out for Bud Harrelson. 2-1 the count, and that's gonna be a base. No, that's cut by Wills. Oh, what a play. Ken Boswell now, 2 outs, runner on first, no count. Oh, the runner goes, and he's out by 7 miles. Alright, bottom of the 8th. Man, they're keeping Kuzman in. He only has 98 pitches. Not that they were counting pitches back in, 1969. Alright, no count to Mac Jones. And that's popped foul, and that's going to be out number 1. Now I'm going to keep... Oh, man. I'm wary to pull Floyd Wicker because he pulled through earlier. He can do it again. 1-2. No fear. Oh, dear God. Struck out looking. Alright, 2 outs for Manny Mota. 1 for 3 today, 1-0. That's it. Oh, to center for a base hit. Alright, so that's 2 base hits for Mota today. That's pretty good. That brings up the catcher, John Bateman. Bateman doesn't have a good day at the play. I think I'm gonna pinch it for him. I need a base hit here. Who can give me a base hit? Oh, Bob Bailey might. Alright, runner on first, 2 outs. Bob Bailey comes in as a pinch hitter. 3-1. Oh, that's it to center. That's going to be extra bases. Nice piece of hitting by Bailey here. Comes through as a pinch hitter. Alright, so I'm going to... Oh, and a run scores. I wasn't sure. Like, with the angle, sometimes you can't tell. Alright, so it's 6-5 now. I need I need to pinch it for you as well. Oh, God. We're going to try with Ron Brown coming in to pinch it for the pitcher, Howie Reed. Oh, they're bringing in the righty Ron Taylor. Okay, alright. So runner in scoring position, 2 outs. No count on Brown. that's it to center, but Eggy is there, and that's cut. But we reduce the lead to only 1 now. It's 6-5 for the Mets heading into the top of the 9th. Alright, who are we gonna go with now? Oh yeah, okay, I have that going on. I need a catcher. Ron Brown can catch. There you go. Ken Boswell facing off against Jerry Robertson. Now Robertson has been struggling so far this season. We need for him to be able to keep things down here. Alright. Grounder too short, and that's out number 1. Cleon Jones is next. Full count to him. Struck out looking. I like those a lot better when it's the other team. Tommy Agee now, 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Oh, the ball eludes Brown, but he sends it to first for out number 3. Alright, we need to be clutch here. I'm gonna switch from my drink to some water. Don Clendenon is gonna lead off here for in the bottom of the 9th. 1 and 1. Rounds it to short. Oh, that's gonna be an infield hit. Right, Maury Wills is next. Yeah, we're gonna keep Wills in the game. 2 and 1. That's it. 2 seconds. Oh, that's gonna be a base hit. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's a bad throw. We're like, yo, go on. Let's go, little guy. Oh, we tied the game. Whew. What a play. So there's a runner in scoring position now. Nobody out. Jose Herrera is the batter. So he might do some heroics here. No count. Rounds it to short. Herrera is out at first, and Wills makes it to third base, so a fly ball deep enough might be good enough to score the run. Rusty Stubb, the batter. 1 out, runner on third. 1 and 2. And yeah, it still does that. You get the achievement before the play is resolved. So Rusty Stubb with a single, walk-off single for Rusty Stubb. We win 7-6. What a comeback. It looks like we were gonna lose this game pretty badly. It was 6-1 at one point, but we never gave up, and we came back to win 7-6. What a game. Right, so Bill Stallman avoids the loss. He can say thank you to his bullpen. Yeah, everybody pitched pretty good. I mean, aside from Stallman, obviously. Alright. Oh, there's some news here. Twins chance no hits pilots. Oh, Dean Chance with a no-hitter. How many hits the not it's let's see. 4 walks. Oh, Armin Killebrew got his 400 home run of his career. Alright. We're gonna advance to tomorrow. Whoa, player development update. Alright, I guess it's that time. I'm gonna take a little bit to look at that, so please bear with me. So Stallman getting worse. Carl Morton, movement rating, okay. Dan McGinn, my closer, or stopper, I should say. Oh, that's not good. His stuff dropped quite a bit, his movement went up a little. Larry Jaster got slightly better. Mudcat current and initial stuff rating. Ooh, got more stamina. Look at him. 33 years old, getting more. Oh, Bob Bailey. Potential contact, current power rating. Okay. Yeah, rating. Bob Bailey as a third baseman is better, but I don't play him as a third baseman. Current and potential contact ratings. Okay. As a third baseman, I don't play Wills at third base. And Steve Renko, which is in single A. Alright, well, now Bob Bailey got better. Robinson of Baltimore is the batter of the month, so Frank Robinson, batter of the month. Wow, he didn't. I guess maybe because of all those RBIs and everything, because he's only hitting 267. Tolan, Bobby Tolan from Cincinnati is the best batter in the National League. Jim Harden for Baltimore is the best pitcher in April in the American League at 4-0, 0.87. Gary Nolan of Cincinnati is the best starter in the National League, 5-0. Wow. Rookie of the month in the American League is Bert Blyleven. I've always had a hard time pronouncing that name. And in the National League, it's Steve Arden of the Padres. Oh, Coca-Cola Boy got he's hitting for 405. Wow. And Steve Renko. Okay, alright. We're doing alright in the minors, I guess. Oh yeah, 18-4. Look at that. Alright, let's see. Did anything happen here? Nope, nothing happened there. I'm gonna save just in case something happens, and then we're gonna go ahead and play game number 3, last game of the 3-game series against the Mets, and we're gonna face off against another great Nolan Ryan, although he's really young, I believe. Yeah, he's 22. So he's not fully developed yet, so we might have a shot, maybe. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and send Larry Jaster on the mound. He's 1-2. Definitely no. He's definitely no Nolan Ryan. That's for sure. There. All right. So I think I'm gonna leave my lineup as is. I like to do that after a win. So the Mets are gonna send Harrelson, Boswell, Cleon Jones, Eggy, Swoboda, Garrett, Grote, and Charles. Alright. Pretty much the same lineup that we faced for the most part. Right, Bud Harrelson leads off for the Mets here. 1-1. Alright, 1-1 the count. Let's see what happens here. That's it to center for a base hit. Alright, so the Mets are starting strong again. Alright, that brings up Ken Boswell. 1-0. Oh, the runner goes, and he's out. Oh, yeah. Alright, 2-0 to count now on Boswell. That's it to center. That's going to be extra bases. See, that sucks for them that they lost that base runner. Right, so that's a stand-up double. Cleon Jones is next, no count. Oh. Boswell stole third base, so there's a runner on third, one out for Cleon Jones now. 2-2. Grounds it to short. We're gonna let the run come in and get the sure out at first, so there's 2 outs now, but it's 1-0 for the Mets. Tommy Agee is next, 2-2. That's it to right, and that's cut there by Rusty Stubb for out number 3. Mets get on the board already. It's 1-0 for the Mets here in Montreal. Maury Wills leads off the bottom of the first for us, 3-1. The count. And he walks. Alright, leadoff walks. I like that. Alright, Manny Mota is next. No count. Oh, and he bunts. Look at that. Beautiful small ball here. Runner on second base. Good sacrifice. It's now Rusty Stubb. No count to him. Grounds it all the way to the fence and right for Stubb down the line. That's a double, and that scores a run, and we have a tie game. It's 1-1. Thanks to the double by Rusty Stubb. Mac Jones is now the batter. 0-1. Base it to center. Is that enough to send Stubb home? Yes, we're sending him. And he's saved. That's 2-1 for the Expos. Oh ho. Alright, Bub Bailey is the next batter. So he's also a third baseman, I guess. Yeah, but he's better as a first baseman. He can play left field too. Full count to Bailey. That's gonna be a base hit to left. And we send the runner home, and he's safe. That's 3-1 for the Expos. So Nolan Ryan here with some early game trouble. John Bateman, runner in scoring position, 1 out. 0-2. Oh, and he struck out looking intimidated by the fastball, the Nolan Ryan fastball. He won't be the last one in Nolan Ryan's career to be intimidated by his fastball. Floyd Wicker, 1-2. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Oh, he hit it hard, but right at the first baseman, and that's out number 3. The Expos get 3 runs on the board. It is Montreal 3, New York 1. Top of the second incoming, Ron Swoboda lead it off for them, 1-0. Grounds it to third, and that's out number 1. Brings up Wayne Garrett, 0-1. And that's a base hit to right. Alright, so single here with 1 out. Jerry Grote is next, 1-0. That's it to right. Rusty Stubb should be there, and he gets it for out number 2, right there near the warning track. Alright, Ed Charles is next, 1-2. Oh, that's popped. And that's out number 3. Alright, Ty Klein is the next batter for us, leading off the bottom of the second. 1-0. That's popped to, I guess the third baseman is getting it. 1 out. Larry Jasser is the next batter. Now, funny thing, I guess. Larry Jasser hit the first home run for my Expos. So that when I started this season, I didn't get a home run in the first 2 games, and then in the third game, Larry Jasser got a home run, and I believe it was against Nolan Ryan. All right, full count, and that's it to shortstop for out number 2. Maury Wills next, full count. And he walks again, so 2 walks for Maury Wills in this game. And now that brings up Manny Mota. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1 and 1. And that's a base hit to right. Alright, so we now have runners on second and third. 2 outs. Is Rusty Stubb gonna come true yet again for us? That'd be beautiful. No count. Rounds it to second, and he's out. Alright, so no RBI for Rusty Stubb this time. We're heading into the top of the third. It is still 3-1 for the Expos with Nolan Ryan leading off here for the Mets. Full count. Struck out swinging. Alright, that brings up Bud Harrelson, 1 and 1. Oh, that's it to center for another base hit for Harrelson. Alright. So runner on first, 1 out for Ken Boswell, 2 and 2 to count. Oh, and he struck out. Tried to check his swing, but too late. Cleon Jones next, 1-0 to him. And he grounds out to second base. Good throw by Mota for out number 3. Bottom of the third incoming. We have Mac Jones leading off against Nolan Ryan. 1-1 to count. That's grounded to short. And he's out. Bub Bailey is next. 2 and 2. And that's it to right for a base hit. Alright. So runner on first, 1 out for John Bateman. No count. Oh, Bateman bunts. That's going to be a sacrifice bunt here. That's successful. There's 2 outs, however, but we do have a runner in scoring position for Floyd Wicker. 1-1. That's it to center. He should have that. And he does for out number 3. Alright, so nothing to show for the Expos. Top of the fourth incoming with Tommy Agee leading off. 0-2 to count. That's it well to right, and that's a home run. That's a solo shot for Tommy Agee. It is now 3-2 for the Expos. Ron Swoboda is now the batter, 3-1. Oh, that's a base hit to left. That's going to be extra bases. Man, that sign makes me hungry. It says tacos over there. I could definitely eat some tacos right now. Alright, so a double for Swoboda. So runner in scoring position and nobody out for Wayne Garrett. No count. And that's it. Oh, that's a double play. Nice. So Wills cut the liner and then stepped on second base, and all of a sudden there's nobody on base anymore. And there's 2 outs. Drake wrote the batter, 2-1 this count. Oh, that's Pup. Who's going after it? Wills does, and that's out number 3. Alright, the Mets do score. Thanks to a solo blast by Tommy Agee in the top of the fourth. We're going into the bottom of the fourth with the Expos leading 3-2. Ty Klein leading off here, 2-1 the count. That's it to center. Agee is there for out number 1. Larry Jasser is next, 3-1. And he walks. Alright. A walk for the pitcher. I like it. Maury Wills, runner on first, 1 out, 1-1. Oh, he tries to bunt, but that's he missed. 1-2. That's it to the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Alright, Manny Mota now, 2-0. That's it to right. Is that deep enough? It is! Manny Mota with an opposite field home run. It is now 5-2. Thanks to the 2-run home run by Manny Mota. Alright, so we're scoring some runs against Nolan Ryan. Rusty Stubb with 2 outs, 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Alright. We add 2 more runs to our lead. It is now 5-2 going into the top of the 5th. Ed Charles the batter. No count. Rounds it to 3rd. And that's out number 1. Nolan Ryan is next. 3-1. And he walks. Alright, so Jaster walked and now Nolan Ryan walks. Bud Harrelson, runner on first, 1 out, 2-2. Struck out swinging, alright. There's 2 outs now. 3-1. And that's a liner to 3rd. Wicker is there, catches it for out number 3. Alright, 1 base runner for the Mets. They do nothing with it. Bottom of the 5th incoming with the Expos ahead 5-2 at Parc Jarry. Alright, Mac Jones, 1-2. Oh, he struck out looking. Bob Bailey is next, 1-2. Struck out swinging as well. John Bateman now with 2 outs, no count. That's it to right. And that's cut there by Swoboda for out. The number 3 Expos go down in order in inning number 5. Top of the 6th incoming, Cleon Jones, the batter for the Mets, 1-0 to him. And that's it to left for a base hit. Alright. Tommy Agee is next, 1-1. Oh yeah, that's a good throw there. And he's cut stealing. Alright, full count to Tommy Agee with 1 out. That's it to right. Oh, yep, we make it in time. And that's out number 2. Runs Swoboda's next, full count. Struck out swinging, there you go. Alright, bottom of the 6th incoming, Floyd Wicker the batter, 1-2. Oh, that's it to center, and that's cut by Agee for out number 1. I thought that maybe it would fall, but it didn't. Ty Klein is next, 1-1. That's it to center for a base hit. Alright. Larry Jaster is the next batter. Yeah, we're gonna keep him in the game. 1-1. Grounds it to short. Oh. Alright, so that's only 1 out. Alright, so runner on first, 2 outs for Maury Wills, 1-1. Grounds it to short, and that's out number 3. Alright, top of the 7th incoming. With Wayne Garrett leading off for the Mets. Full count. Struck out swinging. Jerry Grote is next, 2-2 to him. Oh, that's it to right. Rusty Stubb is there, catches it for out number 2. Ed Charles is the next batter, 3-1. And he walks. A 2-out walk here. Now Nolan Ryan is the next batter. No count. Oh, that's it to right. All the way to the fence, but it's cut by Stubb for out number 3. Yeah, I think that was the last inning for Jasser. He's out of juice, out of energy. Manny Mota, 3-0 to count. And he walks. Alright, so a leadoff walk for us. That brings up Rusty Stubb. I think he struck out twice. 0-1. Oh, Manny Mota's going, and he's out. 1-2. And Stubb strikes out, I believe, for the 3rd time. I could be wrong. Mac Jones now, 1-2. And that's line to right, and that's cut by Swoboda for out number 3. Alright, top of the 8. Who are we gonna send? Let's send Dom Shaw. Alright, Bud Harrelson is the batter. Don Shaw on the mound. 1-0. That's it to left, and that's got there by Mac Jones for out number 1. Amos Otis comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-1. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's gonna be a bait. No, okay. Straight at Ty Klein for out number 2. Cleon Jones is next. So 3-0. That's gonna be a walk. Sorry. Run on first, 2 outs. Tommy Agee, the batter, 2-2. Struck out swinging, and that's the end of the inning. All right. Bob Bailey facing off against Nolan Ryan in the bottom of the 8th. We're up 5-2, full count to Bailey. And he walks. Another leadoff walk for the Expos. Are they going to score this time? John Bateman is next, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Floyd Wicker next, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Ty Klein, out, no count. At least we're going to touch the ball. And he grounds out to first for out number 3. All right. I guess. I guess we're going to bring in McGinn for the save. All right. Oh, 3-0. We're starting Swoboda with a walk. Beautiful leadoff walk. All right, Roy Foster comes in as a pinch hitter. Full count. Oh, struck out looking. Jerry Grote is next, 2-2. That's it. 2 second. Oh, nice play by Mota. He jumps and catches the ball. So last out for the Mets, Ed Charles, 1-1. That's it to center. Ty Klein should be there and catch it for out number 3. All right, the Expos take 2 out of 3 at Parc Jarry against the Mets, and the game 3 ends up with a 5-2 victory for the Expos. All right. Pretty good game overall. I had a little bit of everything, except maybe stolen bases, I guess. Alright, nothing in the inbox. We're gonna go ahead and finish today, see what happens. Oh, we're gonna play the Pirates again. I say again because I just played them the series before I started streaming. So yeah, we only took 1 out of 2, and of course they have a lot of good players. Roberto Clemente for 1. Matty Alou has like a ridiculous contact rating. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and check, see if anything happened here. Yeah, my GM is not very active. He's not doing much over there. Easy job. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. So the Expos win 2 out of 3 out of the Mets, and all of a sudden we climb to 4th place in the East. We're still 2.5 games away from 1st place and the Cards, but now we have passed the Phillies and the Mets. Well, we're tied with the Phillies, but we've passed the Mets. All right, I'll take that. Alrighty, folks, that's gonna be it for me today. So yeah, a little bit of out of the park baseball in the future here. We're going to continue playing as the Expos, and hopefully we can look good. Alright, so, well, as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in. It is ARG out. Peace out, folks, and see you all next time.